Okay, good day, everyone. So I would just like to discuss the answer keys of the quiz that we have last time. So we will start with the multiple choice number one. So it says here, which of the following is not a proposition? So if we recall back, a proposition, it's a declarative sentence, which could be either true or false, but not both. No? It could be either true or false, but not both. So uh, first, it should be a declarative sentence, right? So if you try to look at here, which of these three is not a declarative sentence? It's option three, right? So therefore, option three, who am I, is not a proposition. Okay. Number two, we have which of the following is an example of primitive proposition? So if we say primitive, then it is not compound. No? It's not compound, or in other way, in other contexts, in other textbooks, they call it a simple statements. Okay, so for this example, we have the answer here. It's letter D. This is because number one, the flowers are red and fresh. So there are two propositions there. So therefore, it's compound. Here, if a student is a math major, then he is smart. Okay, also this one is a compound statement because we have two propositions here. Um, Number three is not a proposition. It's not a primitive proposition because we also have two propositions here. Neither I passed the test nor she passed the test. So therefore, the answer here it's letter D. The sun sets on the west. Okay. Number three, we have which of the following is a compound statement? Compound statement, compound proposition. So all here are examples of primitive propositions, because they're composed of only one simple statement or one proposition. And only option 3 here has two propositions. Therefore, C is a compound statement. Okay, here we have 50%. So let the uh, be the following propositions. It is raining and the sun is shining. Then R is there are clouds in the sky. There are clouds in the sky. Translate the following. So not, so we have a negation sign there, no? So we could say it is not true that or it is false that. So it could be letter B or C. Then it says there we have that symbol if and only if. So the statement with if and only if there it's only letter C. No? So you have an arrow, but a symbol of a line, no? That is uh, a biconditional statement. So if and only if. So therefore, the statement with if and only if is only letter C. So therefore, letter C is the answer. It's false that it is raining if and only if the sun is shining or there are no clouds in the sky. Okay, okay. I will skip that one because most of majority of you got it correct. Okay, this one. Let's try this one. No? Symbolize a statement. All education statement students are creative. So we say all education. So that means for all students. So they're for all students. So that is so where is a symbol for all there? It's only letter A for all. So for all X is an element of S. So it's only option A. X is creative. So therefore, the answer here is only option A. No? Option A. The original one is 37% here. So this is the answer. Okay, let's proceed with this one. Okay, provide a valid conclusion of the following premise. Every computer specialist is a nocturnal. Then Alexander do not really sleep at night. So what do you think is conclusion? So we could say here Alexander is a nocturnal, no? Okay. So the two valid statements, the two valid arguments we can uh, write here is either the modus ponens. If P then Q, then and P, therefore we have Q, no? Or you can have uh, the can have uh, the modus tollens. If not Q, if not Q, and P implies Q, therefore not P. So it starts here with every computer specialist is a nocturnal. So this is for all. So if P, then Q. So we have a positive sign. If P, then Q. Then another premise is Alexander do not really sleep at night. So that means Alexander uh, Alexander is a nocturnal. Okay, so that is Q. It's Q, no? So P, if P implies Q and Q, do we have a valid conclusion there? Is that under modus ponens? Modus ponens is P then if P then Q then P. So the P there is positive. So it should be Alexander is a computer specialist. But it's not, no? So it's not stated there. So both positive, so modus ponens, but it is not modus ponens. So therefore, there is no valid conclusion here. No? There's no valid conclusion here. Okay, I've discussed this one. This one, last one. Which of the following is equivalent to the proposition? It is not true that all math majors are intelligent. So if we are going to negate all math majors are intelligent, so we will start negating all. So if we negate all, we will have some. So it could be B, C, or D. Okay. Uh, could be D, at least one. So you can say, when you say at least one, you can also state that as some. So it could be B, C, and D. So math majors are intelligent. So what is the negating statement of are intelligent? So we will say are not intelligent. So therefore we could say some math majors are not intelligent. So option B here is the correct